Welcome to this standing exercise session. The exercises in this program aim to strengthen all major muscles in our body while also working on our cardio endurance by making us slightly breathless. During this session, ensure you do only the exercises you feel comfortable with. If it feels too hard at times, you can slow down the tempo of an exercise or do the movement smaller in range in order to work in your comfort zone. Make sure that you do these exercises next to some sort of support which you can hold on to should you become unsteady. This can be behind or next to a sturdy chair, by a kitchen worktop or a window sill. We recommend that you start with as many repetitions as you feel comfortable with and gradually build up. Make sure you stop doing an exercise before you're too breathless and that you pause the video and have regular rests during the session for drinking water and just to have a breather. A short rest also enables the muscles to get recharged with fuel and allows us to keep going for longer. We are going to start with a warm-up to gently bring our heart rate up. Let's start with a gentle march on the spot. Lift and lower your knees one after the other, bringing them not too high up. If this is quite comfortable and you do not need to hold on to anything, then you can swing your arms by your side. On the other side, if you feel too unsteady, hold on to something for support. Next, step to the side and return, and do the same with the other leg. If you are quite comfortable with this movement and you do not need to hold on to anything for support, you can float your arms to the side at the same time as stepping to the side. This exercise is working on your lungs and heart fitness, and you can use it to develop cardio endurance by building on the time you can sustain it for. And slow down the movement until you come to a stop. Take a hip width stance or a bit wider, keeping your knees soft. As you breathe in through your nose, lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Try and breathe out through pursed lips, pushing the air out of your lungs as you lower your shoulders down. Next, make a circle by bringing your shoulders up, back and down again, opening your chest up. Let's put our hands on our shoulders and then make a circle, leading the movement with our elbows. Feel how the muscles around your shoulder girdle get stretched. Next, turn your head to one side and then to the other, going as far as you feel comfortable with. Come back to the middle and bend your head forwards and then slightly back. Coming back to the middle again, this time bend your head to one side and then to the other until you feel a stretch on the sides of your neck. Take a slightly wider stance and keep your knees soft. Now imagine you're punching a boxing punch bag. Keep breathing in and out. This exercise helps strengthen our chest and front of shoulder muscles. You might need to hold on to something for the next exercise. We are going to raise one knee and then the other as high as possible, and after that bend our trunk to one side and then the other. We are going to repeat this combination for a few times. It is important to have a good control in our trunk while bending to the side in order to protect our back. And we can do this by pulling our belly button in towards the spine. Lifting our knees strengthens the front of our hips, and the side bends strengthen and stabilize our trunk muscles. Next, we are going to do a gentle squat. Our feet are hip width apart, shoulders slightly back. We are going to imagine that we are starting to sit on a chair. So we are leaning forward and bending our knees at the same time. It is important to bend in the hips as well as the knees, otherwise you might overstrain some joints. It is not a deep squat, it is a gentle bend in the knees. This exercise works on all muscles that get you up from a chair, the bottom muscles as well as the back and the front of thighs. You can do this exercise with some support to hold on to. The next exercise can make you unsteady, so please hold on to something to start off with. Raise your heels up to come up onto your toes and lower them down. This works on your lower leg strength, in particular the calf muscles. But it also challenges your balance as it reduces the base of support when you're balancing on your toes. Stand with feet hip width apart and knees soft. Raise both arms up together and then take them to the side and back down again, making a semicircle with each arm. This exercise works on your shoulder strength. Hold on to something for support with one or both hands and take one foot up in the air, only about an inch away from the floor, and focus on balancing on one leg. The leg that supports your stand is bearing our whole weight, so thus getting stronger. If you feel that this exercise is not safe for you to do at this stage, skip it. If it is manageable, see how long you can keep this one leg stand. And if you feel too unsteady, make sure to step down and regain your balance. Standing with feet hip width apart and knees soft, raise your arms at shoulder height or as high as comfortable, and then take them to the side and slightly back, opening your chest up, and then return to the middle. An easier option is to start with your arms bent at 90 degrees in front of you and then take your arms sideways, drawing shoulder blades together. This exercise works on your upper back muscle strength as well as stretching your chest muscles, thus improving posture. Hold on to something for support and take one leg out to the side but not too high. Then lower your leg down and repeat for several times before you swap legs. This exercise strengthens the muscles on the outer side of your hips. Hold on to something for support if necessary and take a step back with one leg, then return to the front and do the same with the other leg. If you feel comfortable with this movement and do not need to hold on to something for support, you can try to float your arms forward at the same time as stepping back. This will challenge your coordination. As you get used to the movement, it will become smoother and easier to do. This exercise is working on your lungs and heart fitness, and you can use it to develop cardio endurance by building up on the time you can sustain it for. Standing with feet hip width apart and knees soft, bring your arms in front of you and imagine you're pulling something towards you. You can do one arm at a time if it is easier, and then progress to bringing both arms back together. This movement works on the back of shoulders, upper arms and upper back muscles, and it is a good one to help improve our posture. Next, round your upper back and bend your head forward. Then straighten your back and head up. This will strengthen your lower back muscles, which are also important in good posture. You can try this movement when you notice that you are slouching, for example, when you are sitting down. Hold on to something for support and take one leg out to the back, but not too high. Then lower your leg down and repeat for several times before you swap legs. To make it easier, you can just slide your foot back and forward without losing contact with the ground. This exercise works on the back of your thighs and hips. Take one leg forward ahead of the other for a more stable position. Keep the knees soft Imagine you're holding an axe and you're chopping wood. Maintain control in your trunk while moving your arms by pulling your belly button in towards the spine to protect your back. This exercise works on many muscles in both your arms and trunk. Let us gently march on the spot for a little while to bring our heart rate down. We are going to finish this session with some stretches. Move to the front of chair and straighten one leg forward, pulling the toes towards you. Lean forward onto the bent leg until you feel a stretch at the back of your thigh and in your calf muscle. If the stretch in your lower leg is too much, release your toes. Straighten your arms behind you, drawing shoulder blades together and stretching your chest. If this is uncomfortable, you can put your hands on your lower back and open your chest up. Again, the focus is on drawing shoulder blades together. Take your legs to the side as far as comfortable, stretching the inner side of thighs. We are going to release tension in our hips and trunk by gently twisting around our spine for a few times. Keep your shoulders down. Then lean with one arm onto one thigh until you feel the stretch along the side of your trunk. If you can, raise the other arm up above your trunk for a deeper stretch. Pull the fingers of one hand towards you with the help of the other hand and hold this position for a few seconds. Then shake the hand out. Repeat onto the other side. Turn your head to the side and hold it there for a few seconds. Focus on your breathing. Repeat onto the other side. Feel that deep relaxation. Then bend your head forward to stretch the back of your neck. If you need, you can help with your hands with gently pressing onto your head. Then take your head back. Finally bend your head to the side and hold it there to stretch the side of the neck. And then bend your head onto the other side for a few seconds. We are going to release any tension left in our body by taking 3 deep breaths in and out. Breathe in through your nose and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Then push all the air out of your lungs, breathing out through pursed lips, and drop your shoulders and arms down. Repeat in the same way.